iPad, things like that. So,
all right, hello, folks. Welcome to Fandango Friday. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Liquor Reviews. Beverage Ramble is in Georgia with
I survived the storm.
Jean-Pierre survived the storm.
Which wasn't
tell me if you hear an echo. I'm gonna connect some earbuds and tell me if you can hear an echo. Last time someone told me like they could hear a really bad echo with earbuds.
No, I don't.
So I don't know if it's gonna be really bad.
I don't hear any echo.
Yeah, I've already connected them.
All right.
Hello.
Hello.
We're here, Hector.
Sorry. Let me.
The phones and StreamYard doesn't always work, man, but you do the best you can.
We have William in North Carolina.
Hello.
Hey, William. Hey, be careful out there, man. It's that storm that went through Florida and here in Georgia is creeping your way up in the Carolinas.
Well, it's already came and gone. Okay. The sun actually came out a few minutes ago, but it rained all day and winds. But it's thankfully it's passed.
Am I okay or no?
You're okay, Hector. Calm down, cool it, relax.
At 12 o'clock, at around 12:30, boom, the sun came out. After all the rain we had all last night and the wind and everything, by 12 noon, 12:30, poof, gone.
Same thing happened with Hurricane Katrina. After Hurricane Katrina left, it was beautiful, sunny skies. Well, Hector,
I know you can.
We hear you, Hector.
Last chance, Hector, and then we got
the heart of the storm. No.
What?
I know, like South and North Carolina, or like in Florida, were like the heart of the storm. Am I really cutting off, Ben? Yeah.
All right, so we have Thomas Meadow, 75 from Massachusetts.
Oh, hi. Am I cutting off, Ben? Ronald, or is it okay?
It's okay.
I'm making my internet connection in my home because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to remove you because it's just not working
Thomas,
out.
do you hear me, or am I on?
No, we heard you just fine, Hector. Yeah.
Well, sorry, I had to remove him because it was technically not feasible. All right, there's down in the hole, David from Louisiana.
Hey,
So,
hey, Eric, what's up?
Let's go.
Oh, guys.
All right, so we tried to bring Hector in, but unfortunately, his technological platform was not feasible. All right, so we've got Louisiana. If you use your phone on StreamYard, you're just begging for trouble. It's basically not going to work. So we got 2 Louisiana reviewers. We got a Georgia reviewer, formerly from Alabama, North Carolina, and Massachusetts. All right, so tonight, I'm just going to tell you real fast, I'm bringing in I got a great deal on this a few months ago in Marrero, Louisiana. This was 99 cents. Yeah, 99 cents for a 200 milliliter bottle, which comes out to like $3.41 if it was a full-size bottle. Much cheaper than normal. Seagram's extra smooth vodka. I think it's been on the market 20 years, but that's deceptive because there's been Seagram's vodka on the market since like the end of Prohibition, but they keep reformatting
What size
it.
bottle is that? What is that? Is that like a pint? 200 milliliters?
Yeah, 200 milliliters.
Okay, thanks. You
So
picked that up $2 or something?
It was 99 cents.
Oh, deal.
So they keep reformatting their liquor. Back in the 80s and 90s, they had one called Seagram's imported vodka. I don't know where it was imported from, but anyway, that's what I've got. We'll just do that in order. I'll show you the website real fast, and then we'll go to the next person. If you're patient, we'll bring it in. It'll work out. All right. So so here it is. They're using wheat, obviously, as their grain. Smooth like velvet, or they say extra smooth. Learn more. Okay, so there's your regular size bottle, which you typically see. They're showing the wheat. Of course, it's typical marketing. Classic vodka just got an upgrade. Seagram's extra smooth vodka is perfect for those looking to enjoy a clean, smooth vodka. Take it to the next level with Seagram's extra smooth. There is some some discussion about the technical aspects of it. I'll show you that. But you know, these liquor websites are kind of like insurance company websites. Every website you look at, you'll save $400.
Comparison. That's a good comparison.
Yeah, you'll save $400 with every website. Well, I don't know how you can save $400 with every insurance company. Okay. For more than a century, our legacy has strived. Blah blah blah. Okay. Here's the more interesting part. Instead of all the marketing, behind every drop of Seagram's vodka is grain proudly grown in Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky, processed in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, which is the old Seagram's distillery, which I believe goes back to 1847. It says in Lawrenceburg, the grain is grinded or mashed. I like how they wrote grinded instead of ground. The grain is grinded or mashed and goes through batch fermentation. But I don't
really
quite
like it, or being facetious there.
No, I like the way they wrote grinded. That's kind of like an older way of saying it. Batch fermentation, which, like I said, I don't quite understand what that means, which results in enough fermented mash to run the first distillation charge. After that, yeast is added and the mixture is allowed to ferment 2 to 3 days. So they're saying it ferments before they add yeast. From there, the mash is distilled and pushed through a column still, which removes any non-alcohol molecules that were introduced during fermentation. And then it says, after the first distillation, the alcohol is 192 proof, very strong, yet still very neutral. The alcohol is then distilled a second time to reach the correct proof, and another 3 times to ensure a crisp, smooth taste. After the 5th distillation, water is added to reach the bottling proof. Like our grain, the water we use is sourced locally, undergoes reverse osmosis. Okay, they're saying the highest quality ingredients, of course. Now, then they have recipe ideas, and there's also a 100 proof version, and then there's many flavored vodkas from them, watermelon, apple, pineapple, stuff like that. All right, so yeah, there you go. So that's what I'll be showing, and I'll put it in the banners right now. I'm sorry about that, Hector. Like I said, it just wasn't working out. But if you might have to get a laptop, and because the phone is just ain't gonna work. All right, Seagram's extra smooth if I can write vodka, 80 proof. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to write it like that. 40% alcohol. I'm going to write the percent. 40%. Easier that way. Okay, so that's what I've got, and I'll talk about it later. And now Jean is going to showcase his product for a minute, and we'll do the same process.
And a good evening, good day. Hello, North America. Hello, world. Mr. T, William, Eric, Dave. I am drinking
Oh yeah.
Wild Turkey, the legendary bourbon here. 81
Right
proof.
on.
Yes, sir.
Excellent choice.
Thank you. The original crafted Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Famer Eddie Russell as Wild Turkey 81. Wild Turkey Bourbon is aged in American white oak barrels with the deepest number 4 alligator char, with notes of sweet vanilla, pear, and hints of spice. This bourbon finishes with a flavor as full and rich, whether enjoy straight, which is what I'm doing tonight, or a bourbon cocktail. So this is what I have. And I had Wild Turkey a long time ago.
Sean, is that the 81 or the 101?
No, it's not the 101. It's the regular.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did see the 101, but I said, well, like I said, I haven't had this in a while. This version here. Maybe about what was it? 3 years ago? No, 2 years ago, 2022. I was on my way to
yourself, but anyway.
Yeah, I was on my way to North Carolina, visit for Thanksgiving with my friend, and I had a bottle, and we shared a bottle of Wild Turkey. So, so there you go. That's what I have this evening.
Okay, well, stay put because I'm about to show the website. Let's look at a few more comments.
Yeah, like I said, StreamYard doesn't work with phones, Hector. It's one of those things. Believe me, I tried it with a phone. So ain't working.
Yeah, you're going to go through hell, and you're going to make everybody else go through hell. All right, so but that's the way it is. So.
I survived, by the way. I survived Helene.
I see that.
I survived.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations. I figured that was hard. No flooding, no trees down.
If you go up to
Apparently
LaGrange, if you headed towards 85 South, like heading towards like Alabama, that area, there's probably some trees down, some power. If you head up to the Tennessee borderline or to the South Carolina, there's some damage, but not like severe. But
Right.
some flooding.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. We got a dud a couple weeks
Columbus,
ago.
but the big cities, Columbus, Athens, of course, here the ATL area.
Right.
Savannah.
Sean, you want to read the description?
I just did, and I will read it again.
No, you didn't read all that. You didn't read all that.
No, I read how we make our wild turkey bourbon. But I will go ahead and read the description. Crafted by Master Distiller and Kentucky Bourbon Hall of Famer Eddie Russell, Wild Turkey Bourbon is a bourbon aged a minimum of 5 years in American white oak barrels with the deepest number 4 alligator char. This 81 proof bourbon is smooth on the palate with a full and rich finish. Perfect for a Boilermaker or with a mixer, which is kind of similar if you go down to the bottom of it. This is how we make our wild turkey bourbon.
Yeah, right.
Sean, I do
second.
believe that you are quite familiar with Boilermakers.
Yes, I have. Yes, I am. Yes.
Cheers.
Yes.
So we're
By the way, tonight. So I just had dinner just now. I had a couple of brats, just like 3 brats. I just ate and washing it down. We're having some bottled water, and I got finally 2 cans of Old Milwaukee.
well.
He's
Now-
ready to go, people.
He's ready to go. All right.
I'm
Now,
not going anywhere tonight.
I was gonna say, where are we going? Just you two.
Going to
There
the
you go.
game.
Oh yeah. A couple of good games tomorrow. Georgia, Alabama, and all that. But anyway,
oh yeah.
hello, William.
Hello.
Yo.
Tom William.
My offering for the evening is produced by that other Tennessee distillery, George Dickel. This is their corn whiskey.
All right.
Number
Ooh.
1,
Moonshine.
basically. A moonshine with a tuxedo. This is more refined. And 0.75 liter bottle. I'll read a bit from the website here. I've got
What's the proof? What's the proof on?
45.5% alcohol, which would be 91 proof. This is their white foundation recipe. It says crafted in Tullahoma from the same mash bill as our classic recipe, signature recipe and barrel select whiskeys. Our unique white corn whiskey is finished with the signature Dickel, quote unquote, chill charcoal mellowing process. George Dickel, Cascade Hollow Distilling Company, Tullahoma, Tennessee. The mash bill is 84% corn, 8% rye, and 8% malted barley. So it's above the 80% minimum you must have. For instance, mellow corn is 80% mash bill corn. So this is even more of a corn concentrate than that is. And unlike the mellow corn, which is aged 4 years and once used oak barrels, this is as the definition of a bootleg whiskey is not aged at all. And there's some interesting, quite a few slang names for these products: hooch, white lightning, bootleg, corn whiskey, Mountain Dew, mountain lightning. There's quite a few, of the slang terms for a product like this. Tasting notes: bright, fresh corn, apples, and fruits. and this has been an award-winning product. Twice a winner at the San Francisco Spirits Competition, including 2015 when won a gold, and also won in 2013. 2019 Wine Enthusiast, it got double gold. United Spirits Challenge 2019, a score of 93. So now I don't know how many challengers. I mean, this is my full disclosure. This isn't the most competitive category as far as there aren't that many of these made. So I don't know what that was competing against. But I do think this is. I mean, I'll go ahead and I've had this many times. It is rather refined in comparison to what would be you consider your rot gut. Just bootleg whiskey, which is very raw and harsh. This is like it went to etiquette school for a year. It came out with manners. It's refined. It's polished, and I think if you have a chance to try it, this is you can basically taste a good whiskey before it goes into the barrel. Over an education process for someone to just see what it tastes like before you put it in the barrel and it begins to extract all that stuff from the barrel. The oak presence plus some of the flavors. And this is like I said, in that process. So glad to be on here on a Friday night, and glad the Western North Carolina was hit the hardest by the tropical storm. A lot of flooding in the Asheville area. The further east you move, the lesser it was. We were right in the middle here, and it did rain torrentially quite a bit. But then around 5 to 5:30, the sun just popped out, and the winds calmed down considerably. So, and the weekend looks very good here. So I'm thankful. It seems like everybody around here, as far as the person and property, was pretty safe. So I'm thankful for that.
It's been pretty much a very calm hurricane season. Yes, the wind, but not in terms of major disaster.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, one more thing, William. If you took that liquor that you have and you aged it for 2 years in a new charred oak barrel, then you would have
Straight bourbon.
You have a bourbon, Kentucky bourbon.
Tennessee bourbon, right?
Well, 2 year minimum. Yeah, it would have to be disclosed on the label. Anything less than 4. That would put it
That's bourbon, literally legally.
bourbon category.
Right, straight bourbon, right? All right, now Thomas Meadow,
Speaking of
also
straight
known
bourbon,
as Eric, another Eric.
cheers, everybody. Speaking of straight bourbon whiskey, we got a bourbon whiskey from the 10th oldest distillery in the state of Kentucky. Green Rivers, Kentucky Straight, weeded bourbon whiskey at 45 ABV. All right, this was this was $35, I believe. And as you can see, I think I might enjoy the bottle a little bit. I forget, honestly, I did a review on this on my channel. I forget, honestly, what I rated it. So this will be a new look on this one. So they were founded in 1885, and their website says our weeded bourbon leads with a beautiful peach and caramel aroma coupled by apricot and cinnamon. On the palate, you'll find toffee, pastry, and hazelnut that guide toward a honeyed finish that's smooth and balanced. The weeded expression lends itself to easy drinking while holding its own character. And that mash bill is 70% corn, 21% wheat, and 9% is the malted barley.
Okay, so here's the website. I'm showing it to all the viewers.
Nice color. It's amber honey color.
Now, what's the minimum amount of corn that has to be in a bourbon?
51%.
That's right. That's right. So they go way above it. And I guess they add malted barley to give it a little breadiness, but then the wheat is going to give it bread also, right? And there's no.
That 21% is a pretty high content.
Yeah, you need something in the malted barley department to round out somewhat of sweetness, even at that smaller percentage that most bourbon producers use for the malted barley.
Interesting. And have you had any of their other products before?
This is the first one. They came into the New England area within this past year, so they're relatively new in my market. I was very excited to see that.
And you can see they got a lot of other.
How much would that retail for, Eric?
I bought this for $35, so these are this is a very affordable brand. And they have a full proof that is The second one to the right is, I think it's $49.99 for 117 proof. So they're good price points for the most part.
My only concern is it has a very high corn whiskey aspect.
Yeah.
To
So
it.
the idea is you better like sweet mash profiles.
Yeah, that's their approach. I have a rye whiskey from this company, a rye whiskey, but it's not called Green River. It's called Winchester, but it's made by them. It's made by them.
They do so much contract distilling, Green River, alongside Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Yeah, they're in Owensboro, Kentucky. So, okay, let's see here. A few more comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wheat is good for. Well, I don't know about if it's the goat, but it's good.
It's a softer profile to bourbon, the wheat.
Agreed. Wheat does kind of polishes out whiskey, but in beers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know how you feel about wheat beers. Okay, now what do we have?
All right, guys. Tonight we're looking at Rabbit Hole.
Nice.
Boxer Grail. This is coming in at 95 proof. This is a rye whiskey. I believe the mash bill on this is 95% rye. It says so right there. As you can see, I tried this. It's decent. It's got your typical rye whiskey built in it. The color is awesome. It's almost 100%. So
You said this was 90 proof?
95. This is from, it's a Kentucky straight rye whiskey. Of course, they're using buzzwords, handcrafted, cast, and all that. It's 95% rye, 5% malted barley. So it's never chill filtered. Never chill filtered as it should be. That's what it says on this label. It's from Louisville, Kentucky. Or Louisville, some people pronounce it.
Right.
And yeah, this is from a company that I believe was established in 2012. Maybe under another name. Have the website up. Okay. It won some awards. It won Sipping Awards Gold in 2021. There's a couple of awards underneath it. I can't really see because they got layered. It also has another award from 2021. It says the reason why they call it Boxer Grill because it celebrates Louisville's rich boxing heritage. Louisville has a fighting spirit fueled by the local boxing culture. Gyms sprinkled in neighborhoods across the city take raw local talent and refine it, turning average Joes into prize fighting world champions. Boxer Grill is a lively, sophisticated Kentucky straight rye whiskey that is inspired by these masters of the ring. So they get a little spin on it. It says developing a super premium whiskey takes time. We slowly toast the barrels over a wood fire flame before charring. A process that takes up to 20 minutes per barrel. Toasting coaxes the sugars from deep into the fibers of the wood, which mingle in the distillate during the aging process, giving our whiskeys unparalleled complex flavor. I'll tell you what, man, he uses a lot of buzzwords here. A lot of buzzwords.
Excuse me, does it float like a butterfly, sting like a bee?
I don't know. I'll let you know when we taste it.
Okay, that
before I can't recall.
That's the
Yeah,
Louisville.
Man, they got like an essay on this. It just goes.
They'd be
on
hiring
and
those English majors right out of
on and
college,
on.
write their labels.
Yeah, they got many little paragraphs I could read about this. They're quite proud of it.
Soliloquy.
Muhammad Ali was in Louisville.
That's right. Home of Cassius Clay,
Yeah,
Wow.
born in 1942.
reference there.
So they've got a gin. They make a gin. They make a vodka. So, okay.
All right.
Now,
Distilleries that pop up around our area. They want to make everything all at once.
yeah.
Rather than
Right.
concentrate on one.
Oh,
He's a champion. Whoa.
Oh, the antics. Oh, the antics. All right.
Speaking of boxing.
Anyway, still finishing off my 6-pack of Oktoberfest from Wednesday. Love this beer. This is a great beer. And Ron, I saw your
It's
video.
whiskey.
What was that, Dave?
I said it's whiskeys or liqueurs tonight.
I know. I'm getting there. This is a preamble.
Boilermate.
And I also saw your video on twisted pineapple.
Yeah.
I can't find it anywhere, and you made it sound so dang good on that video.
The funny thing about that, Claude, is their website said that it wasn't sold in my town, but I went to a store in my town and there it was on the shelf. So obviously their website is not totally accurate by virtue of me finding it.
That was a great. I mean, I saw your video. I'm very susceptible to the power of suggestion, and I saw that video and I said, "Gee, I want to go out and get it," and you can't find it anywhere.
I was very happy with it. Yes.
Yeah, it sounded like a really nice, enjoyable drink. Full flavored. Anyway, I love tequila, and I have a lot of different tequilas in my bar, but the one I love to talk about is Espolon. They have the most amazing label. I think it's from Dia de la Muerta, the Day of the Dead that they celebrate, and the artwork is fantastic on this.
It looks that way.
Yeah, it's 80.
On the rooster, man.
Yeah. This is one of those tequilas that you can sip or drink. And it used to be $16, $17, $18. Guess what it's going for today?
It's north of
25.
Upwards of $30 to $36 a bottle now.
Oh, boo.
I mean, it used to be under 20,
boo.
and it was
They're owned by Campari, I believe, big company.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. And I'll be talking about that today.
Nice.
And I'm all ready.
Okay, hold on. Let me do a few little things here.
The banner.
I got to put it in the banner.
I like whiskeys and tequilas and things. I like them that I don't buy them for mixing. I like them. I do mix. I like to make margaritas and old fashions and things like that. But I also like them for sipping. So I guess I shop for hybrid liquors. Does that make sense?
It makes sense to me if that's what you want to shop for. What is the proof on this? 40%?
Yeah.
40.
40%.
Thank you.
It's 100% agave. This is the Blanco.
All right, I got it in the banners, and now I'm going to bring us over to the website.
Oh, they have an amazing website. They do something really smart. They pair food in their website. They pair food with their tequila, which I think is just genius.
You want to read the description?
Let me get my magnifying glass out here.
I can blow it up.
I'm serious. I can't make.
No, I can blow it up.
Unaged and perfectly balanced, our Tequila Blanco delivers a perfectly smooth and balanced taste that you can enjoy. Neat. Shaken over ice, your favorite cocktail. Might we suggest a Paloma or a margarita?
Like me, Palomas.
And if you go around that webpage, they show beautiful plates of food, steak and things like that with the tequila on the side, which I think is just we've all seen these web pages that show the cask and the process and the guys who make it and the plant and everything. But what really turned, there we go. Now they're showing a couple drinks and
Now
stuff.
look, they have a tasting description right here.
Yeah. Oops. Our tequila blanca is created using 100% blue Weber agave and a crystal clear with a platinum cast. I don't know what that means. What's a platinum cast?
What is Weber?
Like when you hold it up against the light, it makes like a platinum like shine.
Oh, okay.
Blue Weber agave. Blue Weber agave is the only type of agave plant allowed to be used in making tequila.
Yeah.
Is that
Prepare
because they
your
roasted in a Weber?
I don't know.
They roasted in a Weber.
I just have these questions, man. Sorry for
Right,
that.
I know. But we got
Prepare
to
your senses for the aroma, sweet agave, tropical fruit, and lemon zest. Now add a hint of pepper to discover a soft, light to medium bodied palate. Last but not least, notes of vanilla bean and grilled pineapple make for a stylish and clean finish.
I never pick up all that when they. When
All
Never
these
got vanilla
pages-
bean out of that.
Yeah.
They always
That's 'cause
get.
you
They always
palate
get.
pressures in your life, Jay. Too many
No,
palate
they
pressures.
give, no. They give descriptions on these things that there's no way when you taste it, it's like nah.
Well, that means that's for normal people that aren't professionals. Normal people would taste this.
Okay,
Yeah.
well I must not be. I must be a professional since I can't taste anything because I'm not normal because I don't taste all this.
Meaning you don't give your taste buds any breaks. You have to give them breaks.
Break. I sleep
So
at night.
They wake up again. They wake up
You
and
think
then
it's
they
good for your taste buds?
Palate fatigue.
Nah, I'm not buying it.
They had on other
Truth
parts
in
of it,
him, truth.
a lot of
Again.
food.
Yeah, they want seafood with it.
Of course, here's the story. The
There we go. There's
The old man. He's still
Cirillo or
man.
Cirillo Oropeza. He created it.
okay.
Yeah.
It's made
He
for
created it.
everyone.
It
It
is.
started in 1996.
Look at that,
I-
man.
I-
It looks like
yeah,
a chemical
I would-
plant.
Yeah.
Actually, a liquor distillery is more or less a chemical.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he died 4 years ago, unfortunately.
Rest in peace.
I like the tasting glass. I have a glass like that.
Mhm.
So anyway, like you say, Claude, their website is almost like reading a book.
Basically.
Yeah. Somebody put some time and trouble into this. This web page.
Got a lot of graphics. Got live action. All kind of stuff, man. It just go through it. Well,
Do
you don't
something
have
for selling the same old product with a different name on it.
right. So you got to have something to really.
I mean,
But I like it. I like it because it's making me.
Nope. It's the lowest flavored one there is. It is the
It's
purest tequila, but they're all the same. Once if they're all made a certain way, then they're all pretty much the same.
Right, but what I'm saying is their website really makes you want to buy it. It's like, oh yeah, this stuff is super.
Yeah. And got a little glass here. Is it taste testing time?
No, but it's about
Okay.
to be. So hang tight.
Okay.
Now it's taste test time. All right. So I'm going to pour this, then I'm going to turn on my lamp because one good thing about vodka is you don't have to worry about the appearance too much because it all looks the same, clear. So they're using the wheat from Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky. It's been distilled at that Lawrenceburg distillery for a long time. Like I said, 2004, but that's just the current version of their vodka. They have vodka going back. They've been making vodka since they had Seagram's company. They just keep reformatting it. it was the imported and all, and they might still have the imported, but they don't talk about it. So it's clear as a bell. Okay, now the aroma, vodka, if you read it, vodka's supposed to have no smell and no taste, but it does have a smell in it. You do smell it. It smells like grain distillate. Grain. You smell wheat, I guess.
That's a new word. We're gonna go ahead and adopt that, distillate. I like that.
That's what it is. Okay. So it's clean. It's clean now. So taste. Cheers, folks. And I didn't have it chilled. I'm drinking it at room temperature.
It ain't Grey Goose, is it?
No.
I never had Grey Goose, so I couldn't really.
It's the best vodka in the world.
Okay, well, Seagram's is gonna send a hit squad to look for you.
Who said that?
Woo.
Well, that's what I was saying about the websites earlier. Everybody's if it's vodka or if it's gin or bourbon, everybody's is the best. And it's like the insurance companies. You get on any insurance website and they'll save you $400.
I only heard that from one person.
Yeah. How? Okay, so it's a fermented. There's a fermented grain. It's clean. It's smooth. It's easygoing. Obviously, when you get on their website, they're going to immediately steer you towards what? Cocktails.
Yep.
That's really what vodka is. Vodka is not really, sitting and sipping, but it is a good base. And I can see why it's very popular. It's one of the top 10 best-selling vodkas in America. Every liquor store in America sells Seagram's vodka. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I saw it today at a store with a great discount price. Not as good as this. That was an amazing stumble upon this thing here. But I really do like it. It's clean. It's nice. I don't know about amazing because I don't even know what amazing vodka is supposed to taste like. But Claude told me that Grey Goose is the most amazing vodka in the world. So I can't say it's not because I never had it. Okay, but this one I like it. It's going to get a good score when I come back for the score later. Not too much later, but So good job, Seagram's Distilling Company, Lawrenceburg, Indiana. I like it.
Hey, Jay, real quick. Their gin is very popular.
Oh yeah.
The Seagram's gin is very popular than their vodka.
Their extra dry gin is probably more popular than the vodka.
Mm-hmm.
And then they do the same thing with now that gin's been around a long time. I think since the early 60s. But they had a previous, like I said, they keep reformatting everything because they always been making gin, since they were around. But I think in the early 60s, they came out with this new gin format. But it's the same thing with the vodka. If you get on Seagram's gin website, there's every kind of flavor, the gin and juice, gin and there's a whole line of gin and juice flavor concoctions, which I see all the time at Walmart and other stores. So yeah,
and obviously with martinis and whatnot,
Oh yeah, and then there's the Distiller's Reserve gin, which is the more expensive one, which my daughter loved, and I did too. That one is worth tracking down. Most stores don't sell it. Okay, now so let's see. We got this out the way. So now we're going to go over to the Wild Turkey.
All right.
I loved.
Hey guys, how are you? Again, as I have Wild Turkey, the original 81 proof. So the taste, as we talked about, explosion of vanilla and caramel with hints of honey and orange. Deep vanilla with caramel and oak. Lingering affinity with soft oak and notes of dry fruit. And again, aged. And number 4, alligator ash char. Excuse me, I should say. 81 proof. So much has been made about this. Of this, of course, 2 years ago I had this. Don't get this a lot in terms of the usual stuff I tend to buy. If I Jim Beam or whatever, Maker's Mark, very old Barton. But anyway, here's what it looks like. You can see a nice little color. I've been sipping a little bit of this. I have been getting some of those flavors. So, all right, I'll describe some of the flavors, what I've gotten already. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
It does have obviously the taste of vanilla, and the honey and the orange, but the caramel is kind of underlined a little bit in this. Of course, the aroma of vanilla and the caramel and the oak is definitely. It has a very smooth finish, very smooth at all, no burn whatsoever, and slight dry fruit, slightly. This was recently priced for the size. I think Wild Turkey is more. I say, well, you could do both with these, but from the bars that I go to, especially the one down the street from me, a lot of people will order this and they'll be sipping on this more than they would mix this with a cocktail.
Yeah, but when you see people sipping, they're usually sipping on the 101 more than the 81. But yeah,
I would agree with that because the 101 is probably more popular than this one. So
the 81 is more like
you can always take the 101 and turn it into an 81. So
Yep.
that's all I was saying earlier. You did a disservice to yourself because you just
yeah,
I know. You could have gotten the 101 and
Yeah.
turned it into 81 just by adding a little water to it.
True story. There was a true story. I was listening to. There was many years ago. Jim Rome was talking to Evel Knievel, and he had him on his show. This is going back to 2004, and he talked about how he likes to sip on Wild Turkey. So.
Yeah.
So
did he call Evel Knievel Chris Everett?
To this day, I'm surprised Jim Everett didn't do enough to Jim Rome when he made that statement. And by the way, Jim Everett was a pretty good quarterback for the LA Rams before they moved to St. Louis. But speaking of Evel Knievel, years ago there was a
Saints quarterback for a minute too.
Yeah, a couple of years,
Yeah. A very bad movie Evel Knievel was in called Viva Knievel. It had him, Gene Kelly, Lauren Hutton, Red Buttons, and Leslie Nielsen. It was just it came on one time by chance. This was by chance. I was watching this movie and I was like, man, what the is this shit?
Red Buttons. All right.
I watched it. I liked it when I was 8. All right. Well,
what a name, Red Buttons.
But
I got blue buttons.
Yeah, exactly. Red Button. So Lauren Hutton, the model. But anyway, Gene Kelly, by that time, he didn't give a damn. He was old. He didn't care. He made so much money. He's like, man, F this crap. But anyway, this is Americana. Everybody knows about Wild Turkey. Yes, the 101's probably more popular than this one. But I've been enjoying it since I'm sipping on it again. Like I said, I got my cigar. I need to get me another beer. But
all right, we'll come back for the score.
Okay, I'll have my score coming up later. So yeah, on to the next person.
Here's your beer.
All right, William. It's on to you.
You're looking up Red Buttons.
Jilly, it's your turn.
Let me be perfectly clear.
Literally.
Never confuse this with the hooch that is made under the light of the moon, deep in summer forest, in the woods. This is a quality product. And cheers on a Friday night.
Cheers.
Fandango Friday.
Cheers.
Fandango to your health.
Cheers.
To all our health.
Oh yeah.
I'm seeing
All right,
a can.
Sean, calm down.
He likes it. He likes it.
I'm seeing a can of Green Giant cream corn.
Timothy Leary here.
Also note of grits or hominy. Buttered hominy grits.
Okay.
Frosted flakes.
Wow.
Tony the Tiger.
great. And it does have the 8% rye, and there is a touch of spice to balance it out a bit. But this is not a complex product. It's a corny product, and it's meant to be that way. But I think it's for what it is. I think it's very enjoyable, and I keep a bottle here. This and a Mellicorn or two that I keep to balance off the. I like Kentucky bourbon. That's my go-to in the spirits category. But I do carry. These are sort of outliers, which I like to sip on occasion to break the monotony of the bourbons. But like I said, I enjoy this, and I hope if you get a chance if you find it, just like I said, for educational purposes, to see just what the product is before it goes in the barrels and the aging takes over.
And can I say something real fast?
Sure.
I noticed that on some of the websites, you look at liquor websites, they'll say, we don't chill filter our whiskey. We do it the right way. But then if you get on George Dickel's website, they brag about how they develop chill filtering.
Yep.
I will make a note here to Tommy Carroll. He mentioned about my Taco Bell. I forgot all about my Taco Bell rating system.
Oh my God, yes.
And they threatened to walk out on me today, the Taco Bell store. And I said, I'm sorry. I apologize. They're sitting right here, and they will be used tonight. So,
all right.
What about that chalupa? That chalupa.
That was a 3-base error I made when I neglected to use them Wednesday night. But they're back in the bullpen, ready to come out, and they will be used tonight.
Yes, some people are very hurt.
They need a life.
Oversight on my point, but I ask for your forgiveness.
All right, guys, we're looking at Rabbit Hole Boxer Grill. This is coming in at 95% proof, and it's also 95% rye. Amazing. The other 5% is malted barley, and of course, just like Jay was saying, it says never chill filtered, as it should be. So I noticed that there's a lot of like full proofs out there that are running around, and that's one of the things, they say, oh, we don't do this and we don't do that, straight from the barrel, enjoy your tannins. So this it's got a nice little bottle. It's got an embossed or sunken in rabbit jumping into a hole. I don't really understand the name rabbit hole. I do know if you jump down a rabbit hole, you can keep on going and going and going. And
Alice
going.
in Wonderland, Leo G. Carroll. What's his name?
Yeah.
Will Sayer?
Yeah. Like Alice in Chains says, down in a hole.
Well, what they mean is like if you start tasting these kind of whiskeys, you'll be down in the rabbit hole. You'll never come out. You'll just keep tasting all their stuff, and you'll be hung up on it.
You're so cute. Anyway, so this is
Can't you
Kentucky
feel the love?
Rye whiskey. The smell on it is pretty much rye, but I'm getting a lot of the what I call feedback, like the alcohol is kind of coming out in this. I don't know the age of this. I'm sure it's probably like 2 or 3 or something.
When you say, is that good or bad when you say the alcohol comes out in that?
I consider that to be virgin. So I'm saying that this probably isn't aged long.
Okay.
Meaning that the alcohol is missing the flavor. It seems to be coming apart.
Well, if it's less than 4 years, it will say it on the bottle. So
You can look that up. Enjoy. So the color is kind of a dark amber. It could be alcohol with just flavor and colors. I mean, who knows? But it does say 95% rye. Things floating around there. It must be pieces of the cork. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, cheers.
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 Another one.
Salud.
Cheers.
Yeah, so it's straight up rye. You get that. and 95% is causing that hug that's been stated on the show before. There's also a strong presence of the rye. There's a slight mintiness that's going on with it. And at 5%, barley is really coming through on this. So to me, it just tastes like 100%. I don't know what the purpose of the 5% was. I think they probably could have done a better job if they just advertised it just as 100%. It almost seems kind of gimmickly to me that it's 95 proof and 95 rice. Of course, they're going buzzwords. Small batch. And they also give themselves a nice little German type crest on there. Almost like the old Lowenbrow symbol. So, all right. That's it.
Thank you.
Lord Diamond.
Drinking a little Espolon tequila tonight. I couldn't wait. Sorry. It's got a lovely nose, lovely smell, perfumey little agave smell off this thing. You can smell the sweetness comes through. You can smell it. You know you're in for something you'll enjoy. There's a lot of tequilas out there, and some of them are very. They're so alcohol-y, that first sip is so tough. I was talking about that Wednesday, that first sip, and I don't care if it's a bourbon or a vodka or whatever, that first sip is a tough one on some liquors.
Yep.
And then the second sip, oh, well, it's getting better. And then by the third sip, oh, this shit is great.
Right. That's right. That's right.
But the way, pardon the language, but, this, yeah. And, this is one of those where the first sip is okay. This is not the best tequila in the world, but it's a very good tequila. And until they started doubling the price on this stuff, it was a bargain. It was one of those good.
Hey, wait! I made a mistake. I was supposed to bring Eric in. I apologize.
Oh, you can continue with the collab.
Go ahead. You can switch us off. I don't.
No,
know.
go ahead. I just want to apologize. I feel terrible.
No problem.
But Claude,
on his tongue, just go with it, man.
Jump here.
Now, fair to say, Terramana, the Reposado, and the Clear is probably the most inexpensive of the celebrity.
I've never had the Terramana because Terramana, that's from the actor, The Rock or whatever.
Yes. That's what you're drinking, right?
Yeah. No. This is Espolon.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
I've never had the Terramana. I'm curious about it, but I heard very mixed reviews about it. So I've been a little gun shy because it's
every damn celebrity is putting out tequila, vodka, or whatever.
Terrible tequilas by celebrities.
Yeah. The one my favorite bottle that I'm nursing very carefully, Casamigos, George Clooney. I've had that on this before.
Randy Gerber.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's very good. I mean, celebrities and everything aside, that made George Clooney a billionaire. That tequila.
Sure did.
That is a man who must have sold his soul to the devil.
Now that one you have, I've seen that one, Claude. I think goes for like $29.99. I believe it is.
Casamigos?
No, the Espolon.
Oh, I used to get this for under $20. It's $36 now.
Yeah, it was $29 at one point.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, for a good sipping tequila, that's all right. Under $30, that's still okay. But this is good stuff. It really is. It's got a sweet. The first sip is a sweet taste. You can taste the agave. It's the alcohol. It's what I would call tequila light. It's not. I like the blancos because, unlike the reposados and the anejos, you can really taste the agave in a blanco. Okay, it may not be as smooth as some of the older aged tequilas, but this one is very smooth. It's very light tasting. has a nice mouthfeel. You get a little hint of vanilla. And believe it or not, there is a slight citrus flavor, almost a little lemon way in the back there. So it's just a good tequila. For someone starting to learn tequila, this would be a good place to start before you start getting into the more pricey tequila. So, gentlemen, to your health. Thank you.
Salute.
Okay, Eric, I apologize. Thomas,
No
I
problem.
apologize.
Hopefully that bought me some time to not ramble here and think about what I'm about to tell you. Of the Green River.
We all ramble.
Yeah, beverage ramble. The guy's puffing away. All right, we got the Green River Wheated Bourbon. 21% of this mash bill is that wheated bourbon we talked about. 45% ABV, 90 proof. $35. What a great price point. So we got an amber looking color to the whiskey. Not a lot of legs or anything like that. It is only 90 proof, that 45%. So you're not going to get a lot of big tannins out of this, tannins, legs out of this. But it looks nice. The aromas I get are definitely of the fresh, like a baked bread doughy kind of a note to it. Even at 9% malted barley, I still get that. I get dried fruits. I obviously am getting some caramel and vanillas, a cinnamon type baking spice there too. Yeah, fresh baked dough, bread, and some dried fruits, and a little bit of, I think I was gonna say there's a little bit of spice to it as well, or maybe that's the char from the barrels. Let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody. Happy
Cheers.
Friday.
Cheers. Happy Friday. Cheers to the weekend.
Oh yeah. So I get that fresh baked bread doughy note to it. Definitely everything in the aromas are coming out in the flavors. That dried fruit, maybe a little bit of a pineapple, or I would say more of like a citrusy thing in the background. Definitely getting the cinnamon, the caramel, the vanillas. I'm getting a banana bread with the nuttiness to it. That's a good way to put that. There's a banana nut bread flavor to that, definitely. It's not really a super smoky, or not smoky, but it doesn't have a super big char to the barreling flavors to this one. Not really. The finish is. What about the finish? You do get some of the wood tannins to it, and I am getting left with some of the banana and vanilla notes. They say it's lingering, a rich mouthfeel. I guess I don't know how lingering it is, but I would say that it's on the medium side of the mouthfeel. It's got a really nice viscosity for the most part. Some thinner whiskeys, even at this 90 proof, don't quite have the same coating texture to it. It's not thin at all. I wouldn't say it's super viscous or creamy or anything like that, but it definitely is right down the middle of a really good coating mouthfeel without it being too taxing on the palate or too hot in the mouth at all. So I forget what I rated this, but on my channel, but we'll come back around for that. Good stuff. $35. You cannot go wrong. If you've never tried Green River, go try you some.
Well, that's good. And I have seen it, and I know Mathern's has it right now in my town. So, like I said, I tried one of their basic ryes, which was nice. Nothing like what you have, But anyway, so I'm going back. What the hell? I'm trying to
get another product. Oh,
not the atrocity. Not the atrocity.
Pumpkin.
Wait. I didn't get to do my taste, man. You went all over the place.
Oh, I thought you. Okay.
No, I mean you skipped Claude in front, and then you.
I think you did. Whoa, Dave! You did, and then went to Claude. And
right, but anyway, go ahead, taste it again.
Come on.
No, taste it.
Come on.
Joey said.
I wanted to jump in, so I wanted to show a blast from the past. Y'all all over that Miller High Life Light. That's us back in the day doing the Miller High Life Light.
Oh
Of
yeah,
course, that's when I had my man weight on.
yeah. When you were drinking all those,
Craft. Yeah, I was in the craft beer movement then. Yeah,
putting
all
on the
that
pound, putting on the
all that
pound.
stuff there was taxing my liver and make me unhealthy.
I know you're right. I mean, you might have not been on here tonight if you'd have kept up that pace.
Oh man, I was like 275 there.
That's
Crazy.
you were
Long
big
time ago.
day. Okay, any more tasting notes? Oh, you were just tricking us to get that. You were just tricking us to get that photo in. All right,
Blackmail. All right.
Photo up.
Joey Friar Joseph, who used to join our Sunday morning thing, he said he didn't join anymore because I insulted him. I don't know what he's talking about. He never even explained it. I was like, how did I insult you by? Did I insult you by including you and trying to make you part of the group? I don't get that. But anyway,
Part of the
Oh,
family.
he's sorry for hurting his feelings.
Yeah, the family.
I didn't try to. I was wondering why he didn't join
I
anymore.
gotta join now.
Right.
Join.
Called him out.
I didn't call him out. He said I
join now.
He didn't explain how. I asked him if he still I asked him if he still shines shoes, and
Uh-oh.
no, I'm just kidding.
What?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No, I said, no, I just
Just
said
say, I'm sorry, I had too much to drink this day.
no, I didn't. I said he can make your shoes look like mirrors. All right, but anyway, no, but I didn't insult him. I didn't insult anybody. But
What? Many people get their feelings hurt on this show.
oh, I know it's so it's really easy to. All right, so anyway,
All right. So,
the score. The Tabasco. All right, so my score.
I'm drinking that.
Oh, you know what I'm drinking. That never-ending story.
Okay. All right. The question. All right. Why are you going off on this if we still got to finish the show?
Okay. All right. All right.
Did you grade what you brought on board, or you just jumped fully into something else, thinking it's the end of the show? You
It's
got
not the Emmy Awards,
you
Dave,
got
you know?
5 other members here, and you know what?
So my score.
Feelings hurt. I'm
Okay,
insulted. You insulted me.
Well.
Oh no, he's gonna leave.
My score for my score for the Seagrams is going to be high. I think it's good. I'm going to give it a 93 out of 100. I think they do a good job.
Someone had a whole
what
lot
the?
of-
I don't care about vodka. I don't really drink vodka. If I never had vodka again, it would be too soon.
But you're giving it a 95,
No, I said 94.
94.
But
Would you use
no, I
that
said a 93. What are you trying to confuse me? I said a 93.
would
but
you use that for your mix up?
I would put I am gonna I am gonna put it in my mix up. I'm gonna put it in there with that Aldi ginger beer, and I think it's gonna make a great mix up. But for 99 cents, I'll try vodka. 99 cents.
That's a good sized bottle for 99 cents.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna pass that up. I'm not crazy.
That was smart.
No clear liquor for me.
No. Oh god.
I know.
Let's
So anyway,
hear it.
as far as promos, just listen. As far as promos, this Sunday we have Super Sunday. Anything you want to bring. Claude brings coffee. He enjoys drinking coffee. That's it. Okay.
Electrolytes, like I brought last weekend.
Or electrolyte.
Saturday.
Electrolyte. That was a little bit bizarre.
I have
People liked it. And
I
then
have Starbucks French roast for this Sunday.
that's a good. And then next Wednesday we have Joker's Wild Wednesday. Bring anything you want. And then next Friday another Fandango Friday, I do believe. So yeah. So cheers to everybody. And then we're going to look at another. We're going to get another score right now. And by the way, when I looked on the website for Total Wine and More, Total Wine and More gives this product that I just rated, the Seagram's vodka, they give it a 94, and I gave it a 93, and Total Wine is giving it a 94.
Good for them.
And I'm unanimous in that.
All right, guys. I am again, Wild Turkey. I'm going to give it everything that is described in this is quite good for 81 proof. The 101, I don't know. Maybe for me, knowing my behavior, who I am, probably not something I will have it, from stash around. Maybe to keep it light. Keep it light. But for this one, I'm going to go 91 out of 100. I think this is superb. Really good. No burn. Sometimes the burn is not a bad thing, but all the flavors that they described in this is really good. I'm trying to look at some of the awards that it's won. It shows the cocktails that it's done. You got your typical Sprite, add with mixer with this, this and that. Different recipes that you can do with this Kentucky Mule. You got the and that's really about it. Really, I can only.
And by the way, Total Wine gives it a 94.
So I'm off by 3 for this one. So whatever. But I think this is
tonight. It's Total Wine is the baseline.
It's not the baseline. It's just that anyone can get on Total Wine and put in their own score. The company they don't care.
Come out! Don't get your feelings hurt.
Total what's the name of it, Dave? Total ripoff and more. You like to call it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So Jay, while we're at that, go ahead and find Rabbit Hole Boxer Grill on Total Wine.
I did. I think it was a 90, but I'll go look it up again.
Find it.
Boxer Grill. Yeah. Boxer Grill. Yeah.
As far as promos
Boxer
I have coming up, I don't have any beers. Just watch my channel. I'll put something up there. You just watch. I have a beer ready for. I got the Polana Pills. I'll be bringing for Super Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific, and I'll have something for Joker's Wild on Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, and of course Eric with Wildcard Wednesday. That's right, Eric. You same time, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific.
Put both of us on in the background. You can watch us.
Yes.
It's Wildcard.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And next Friday, I'll have something else for Fandango Friday, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Yes, Central Time and Mountain Time Zone. You already know what y'all figure out the times. Y'all know what's
Yeah, and oh, by the way, Rabbit Hole Boxer Grail gets a 90, just like I remember. Yeah, 90. Okay.
I remember.
I had looked it up while he was talking.
You found it in Total Wine and More.
Yeah, 90.
Okay.
Hello, William.
He's fragile.
Agility.
I'm going to do an encore sip of a movie I watched on YouTube last night. I thought it was very enjoyable. It was A Night on Chapatula Street. The night ZZ Top burned down New Orleans, 50 years of Fandango.
Whoa.
That's a very good movie. On April 12th, 1974, they played at the Warehouse. And which part of that was a live album. It was half and half, and it came out in 1975, and the album was called Fandango. And it's a free movie. You can watch it on YouTube. A warehouse on Chapatula Street, 1812 Chapatula Street in New Orleans was where the warehouse was.
Yeah, Chapatulas.
Right, Chapatula.
Interesting.
To Chapala Wow.
Which was formerly a cotton mill, 5 separate buildings. So first of all, they had to separate all the walls to make it one enclosure. Then they had to do a lot of work to get it ready. The first concert there was in January of 1970. Fleetwood Mac opened for the Grateful Dead.
Dang.
What year was that again, William?
December 1970.
Okay, that was not with Lindsay and
No.
And that weekend, the Dead got
Driving
busted.
that train high on cocaine.
That weekend, the Dead got busted for pot.
Right.
They came there on a truck and busted down in New Orleans, set up like a bowling pin, knocked down. You know, it's wearing thin.
Right.
Just won't let us be. that's the story behind that. But anyways, if you enjoy '70s classic rock music, I thought it was very entertaining.
Is there anything better?
The 80s. No, I don't know.
Eric says the 80s. Okay, now what's the score?
Long live rock and roll.
Amen, brother.
Yes.
Amen.
By the way, Total Wine and More gives to George Dickel. Oh well, I better not say it. Go ahead, William. You give the score.
69. No.
That's a fumble.
Okay. Bring in the Taco Bell.
Oh, shoot. It's a hot sauce moment.
It's holding in my hand the 5 packets.
All right.
Diablo.
What's the meat in that taco they serve? What is that?
Ground meat. I used to work at Taco Bell and it was 100% ground meat, ground beef. And I used to cook it from
Grade
raw.
B. Grade B. Grade B. 100% is grade B beef. Known fact. Look it up.
Yeah. Okay, but it was good. It had a lot of fat in it. Okay.
Negative. It was not good.
This is a solid high, a full high.
Woo!
Right on.
I
on.
could go quality for a whiskey of this style because there's, as far as rating it, as far as relative to what the competition is or others, there aren't that many of these products made. But so basically, it's more, I like it. I'm drinking it more in isolation because there's not much to compare it to.
Right.
But I really enjoy it. So I'll give this one a full high.
Woo!
Really get into the category of the Fire or Diablo. I don't think anything of a corn white whiskey would probably do that. But this is about as high as I'd go, which I would say on a numerical scale, probably a 92.
Okay.
But definitely hot.
Yeah. Well, Total Wine and More has a very bad sample size because Total Wine and More only has 4 check-ins, 4 reviews. So that's not really fair. That's not really fair, but they're giving it an 80. But I think an 80 is ridiculous, But
why are we not on Walmart's website?
well, we could, but they don't. Walmart doesn't have a lot of reviews. People don't bother to write reviews on Walmart.
You don't get liquor in Walmarts in New England.
But on their website, one of their competitions they were in, one of them gave them a 92, one gave a 93.
Huh.
And they won gold. So, like I say, there isn't that much out there to really compare this to directly.
See, the problem on Total Wine, you had three check-ins. You had 2 5 out of 5s. You had 1 4 out of 5, and then somebody 10 years ago, who obviously had a chip on his shoulder, he titles his review, "I think I prefer my whiskey aged, thanks, ...
Hey, everyone on the panel, what outside of Total Wine, what is the ultimate review of hard spirits in terms of where they're really we're like, for us beer drinkers, we got Beer Advocate and
I would say
Tap. What's the ultimate one for spirits?
Distiller.com.
I agree with that statement.
Distiller.com. Okay.
Yep. That's a user-generated spot too.
It's not Distiller.com.
Nope.
Distiller.com. Anybody can write a review. Anyone can write a review. And as long as you don't write a troll review. Now, if you write it's garbage, it made me puke, they're going to delete that,
Like, for example, it's not like, Ray Beer. They seem to be very favorable to craft beers. But beers like Old Milwaukee or Still Reserve, they're like, oh, this is garbage. Beer Advocate.
That's people didn't grow up on those type of beers,
Okay.
Pretty much.
They don't appreciate those pure beers.
Well, Beer Advocate is probably the only one to me I look at, I say, they're pretty much legit.
Well, I got bad news. It's even worse on Distiller. There's only 2 reviews on Distiller for George Dickel White Foundation recipe.
Well, then you can't really use that as a reference then.
No, you can't. Not for that.
You just gave it as a reference. You just said that it was a reference.
You just
said that.
For most whiskeys and liquor, it is, but they don't cover everything because it's all based on whoever wants to write a review. And if no one writes a review, there aren't no reviews. Okay.
Kind of like Untapped, right? Kind of like Untapped with beer, right?
Right.
Yep.
Now, William, any promos or?
I'm glad the weather's improving here.
Me too.
I'll be two-wheeling it for the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm
Motorcycle.
going walking in the morning.
Might head up towards the Blue Ridge Parkway.
All right.
If consider the sections are open and weren't affected by the flooding, so I may better check that first before I say that. But anyway.
I'm going to walk in the morning and enjoy it now that the weather's supposed to be in the morning. It's supposed to be like 60 degrees in the morning.
It's been nice in
Georgia.
Chilly.
I love it. It's fall now.
All right, people. So finishing up the Green River Kentucky Straight Wheated Bourbon Whiskey. So if you've had, I mean, a little different story, but if you've had things from Old Forester or Jack Daniel's various products, you'll understand that banana note that I'm getting out of this particular whiskey. Maybe it's not as big and bold and in your face as those two distilleries, but this is a very similar kind of a vibe to that banana nutty bread kind of a flavor.
So Thomas, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that the flavors may be coming from that Belgian yeast? Maybe they're using Belgian yeast in this?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of wheated bourbon. I think there's a lot of bourbons that have wheat in their mash bill that end up having that similar kind of a taste profile. So if you like that as your taste profile, give this one a shot. I know there's a lot of people in this country. I mean, there's a lot of places, I think, more in the South where you can probably find a Weller Special Reserve bourbon pretty easily, but that's, for most people, pretty hard to come by. But this is a good alternative to that for sure if you can find it. It's very, very comparable to that. So, I mean, at least I forget what I rated it on my channel, but I'll just go with today 2 big thumbs of recommendation for the Green River Wheated Bourbon. Should be around the $35 range. Shouldn't be any more than that, honestly. I would be picking up something else if it was over that price point. But promos, like stuff like that.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
What number out of 100?
Oh, all right. I'll give it a number. I'll give it an 80. I'll give it an 88 out of 100.
That's amazing because distiller.com gives it an 87.
Good website. Come on.
That is really
not Total Wine anymore.
Total Wine gives it but Total Wine.
No, David, it's total ripoff and more, right?
No.
Tis true, Sean.
Total Wine actually Total Wine gives it a 100 out of 100, but they only have 3 check-ins, so it's only 3 check-ins. So.
We need to go back to do the 1 out of 5 score. 1 out of 5.
Makes you wonder how many of those check-ins are in house check-ins.
No, I don't think any. This guy wrote a month ago. This guy said this about Green River. This is great stuff and a value. This is a full-bodied rye with a beautiful rye spice, slight mint, pine, and caramel. The finish is nice and long with spice and mint. 5 out of 5. That's what he said. Okay.
Good review.
Okay, now promos, Eric. Thomas Meadows.
All right. There's channel name. We'll type it into YouTube. Thomas Meadows 75. Massachusetts beer reviews. Massachusetts whiskey reviews. Massachusetts tequila reviews is the format for that particular YouTube channel of mine. We're on at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time for a Wildcard Wednesday. Bring a beer, wine, spirit. Just don't be a douche. Or as I like to say, recently, leave the baggage at baggage claim. Just do that. That'll be good. I will have to have our co-host Alex, the beer master host, this week because I'm going on a business trip to the Illinois area for work. So check that out there. And if you like heavy metal, Black Sabbath, doomy kind of heavier music, I do play in a band called Blood Forge. We are streaming everywhere you can stream music online, and you can go to bandcamp.com, look up Oxblood Forge, and buy some music, buy some merch. We'll ship it really anywhere in the world. So that's all I got. Cheers, everybody.
Okay.
Hey, Eric.
And,
Yes.
now it's time for the White Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Ooh, look at that.
Is that the ultimate? Is that Grace?
Oh,
My.
Nice eyebrows.
Dun, 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 dun,
isn't that Grace Slick?
One pill makes you
Run.
How I picked the name Down in a Hole. I mean, put the band on. Come on.
go out,
Run.
Come on. Down in the Hole. Come on.
Run.
Yeah. Alice in Chains, not not something that was popular before you were born. Okay, Rabbit Hole.
You're talking about rabbits.
Boxer Grills.
Miracles.
Kentucky rye whiskey, 95%. Alcohol, also 95% rye. Yeah, it's smooth. The rye aspect is kind of low in the flavor. Smell is there. I'm not really getting that mintiness that you usually get with these things. All right, kind of a menthols, maybe a little bit with rye. It kind of burns a little bit still, Claude. It still kind of burns a little bit. And this is like the third, fourth sip from it. I'm gonna give this
Is the burn as bad as that red can over your left shoulder?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this
I gotta find that stuff. I'm so curious how that tastes. That red can.
that. I'm getting ready to drain pour that because I think it got contaminated with the metal in the can. I had that happen with some of these like little metal flasks, and I think maybe that stuff's been in there too long. I tasted a while ago. Jay, you can have.
Pour it in your gas tank.
Yeah, if I want to blow my 350 up in my truck. I'm going to give this an 81. Again, I just want to reiterate this. I think it's a virgin whiskey, meaning that it wasn't aged as long as it should be. This stuff is retailing, I think, like $60. I think that's a ripoff. I think this is like a $30 bottle all day long, if not less. I wouldn't pay $30 for this.
Man,
If I'm not mistaken, this is retailing all over the world for like $55, $60.
I know. I see it over here in my town. I see it in my town at Mathern's. It's expensive.
Nah. Wild Turkey Rye is better than this.
Oh
I get
man, this
rye aspect out of that. This is weak. It's got like this it's almost disguised. It's got this alcohol thing to it, you know, where it's just burning, almost like it's like grain alcohol. I'm not really getting where, unless they just didn't age this long. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. This aged and handcrafted cast by Kelvin. Oh, it's got somebody's name on there. Kelvin Cooperage. Cooperage. Well, heck, Kelvin, this stuff is harsh. So maybe y'all should reevaluate what y'all do.
sound like a barrel company. Sound like a whiskey
Is it?
barrel.
I mean, I don't know.
Cooperage, yeah.
Let me find it again. I mean, there it is right there. Kelvin Cooperage. C-O, like Copperage.
Yeah, Cooperage. That's a company that makes barrels. Yeah.
It's
All right.
gonna
Well, call it as, like I always say, call it as you see it.
All Turkey Rye is better. You know, a couple other ryes that are better. Old Forester Rye, which is cheap. You get Old Forester Rye from.
I enjoy that one. I enjoy Old Forester's Rye.
There's
I
a
like
lot
that.
of ryes out there, and the rye aspect of this to me is low. The
Oh my
alcohol
goodness. Good catch.
mighty at 95%. So
Right. What if you have a choice
the
between
red
what-
flag to this for me was like, you know, what is this? Why is it 95 and 95? So just weird. What's
What
that?
if
You don't remember?
what if you have a choice between Rabbit Hole Rye and Jack Daniel's Tennessee Rye?
Jack Daniels.
I haven't had Jack Daniels in a while, so I would have to revisit it. You know, it's an unfair question to ask. I just
okay.
gave two examples that were better than this.
Okay, I was asking about one that I happen to own. Okay, now Claude is going to. Oh, any promos?
Jack Daniels rye in like a long time. So you're asking me to go
Okay.
back to the Wayback
All right.
Machine.
Okay. All right. Now, any promos?
Me? I got that Johnny Walker Green.
Johnny Walker Green Label. We got a review coming up, folks. It's already been recorded. I just have to post it.
Or single
Honey.
malts.
It's scheduled.
Or
yeah.
single malts. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
A
that
lot
was-
cheaper than blue, and the blue is mixed with inferior whiskeys.
Well, grain whiskeys, but I don't know about inferior. But now, Claude,
Inferior.
I
You
need
got
a haircut.
4 single malts.
According to the Holy and Solemn Book of Beverage Ramble, after you drink your tequila, he doesn't drink clear whiskey or tequila, you should always try it again on ice. So I got my favorite little Crown Royal glass here. Don't you love those packages where they give you the glasses around
That's-
Christmas
yeah.
time? I love that. Those aren't they? And these are the best glasses. They are so well made.
sturdy. Yes, sturdy.
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you what. This is weird. I poured it over ice. It actually got sweeter with the ice.
Yep.
Is that weird? Help me out.
Not in tequila.
I don't know if it's weird
Okay.
because I never pour my liquor over ice, so I cannot
Well,
say.
yeah, I just tried
That's
it.
an
because-
unfair. Like that's an unfair question,
Okay, and got to be provocative, right?
right? Because I don't have ice right now. That's an unfair question. All right.
The sweetness actually came out. It was very good. In terms of I always judge things on value. Would I buy them again? Absolutely. It's not the best tequila I ever had, but it's a great medium price tequila. I give it a healthy 92.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Where's Elbow? He must. Oh, Elbow lost electricity in the storm.
Oh, where's he?
That's right. He did say that recently. Yeah.
Where is he in Florida? By
In the
the
South
area.
south of St. Petersburg, like Bradenton, more Bradenton.
oh, okay.
So he probably can't join. He probably can't join because he lost electricity.
Oh, what a shame. He's fun to have on.
I know.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Promos.
I need a haircut too. My hair is a little grown.
Oh, look at it. This is
Look
like
at my afro is growing.
Guys,
well,
I
Yeah,
won't
man. Elbow's not on, man. He got hit with the storm.
I know. Okay, Claude.
We'll have to say that in Louisiana, we got the best side of the storm. We got the we got the cool winds that came in.
I know. All we had was a pleasant breeze and sun. Okay, Claude, promos.
That's what happens when you
promos. I will be performing
West
at the
Side.
Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Palace in Tabernacle, Colorado. I will be doing the hits of Petula Clark. Don't sleep in the subway, darling.
Every time where you go downtown.
Right.
Yes. Don't sleep in the. Can you imagine? She did that in the early 60s. Don't sleep in the subway. She did that in the today, 2024. What happens if you fall asleep in the subway in New York City?
They won't be
might not
seeing
wake
you.
up.
They won't be seeing, nobody will be seeing you anymore.
Down.
Always a pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you.
Likewise.
One time around 1971, Karen Carpenter got to meet Elvis Presley after the concert.
But they didn't share a cheeseburger or a fried peanut butter
No, but so he was talking to Karen Carpenter. He kept talking to her, and then Petula Clark was watching what was going on, and she told Karen, "We got to get out of here." She's like, "You don't realize what this dude's
Just like
up to, you know?"
we want to be close to you.
Yeah, and he wanted to be close to her, and Petula Clark was like, "We got to get out of here, man." Karen,
She had a wonderful voice.
Yes, she does.
And she was
He did,
what
he did.
instrument did Karen Carpenter play? Trivia.
Drums.
Very good. I'm impressed.
drums, but the record company said we don't want her behind the drum kit because she's the
But
flag.
she was good. Karen Carpenter was good on the drums.
They don't
Yeah.
care about stuff like that.
Just like,
Yeah.
hey, Phil Collins, Don Henley, both of them were great drummers, and they could sing.
Yeah,
But she was good.
Karen Carpenter was good. She was the flag.
Karen Carpenter was good on the drums. Just like, hey, Don Henley, both of them were great drummers, and they could sing.
Yeah, but they would say, put her out in front. Put her out in front. Who cares if she goes mental?
Yeah.
All right.
How did she die? Last question.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to talk
That
about
was
that.
sad. That was
We don't
sad.
want-
1983.
Yeah, we don't even want to talk about that. We're not going to talk about John Bonham. We're not going to talk about Jim Morrison. We're not going to talk about.
Janis
Where's
Joplin.
Jim Morrison buried?
We're not going to talk about Cass Elliot. France.
Yeah, there's can you imagine one of the greatest groups in the world, the Doors?
Ronald, Martin's last show in the United States was at New Orleans.
At the warehouse.
Yeah, he passed out for a good part of it. They said he had a bottle of Jack Daniels in one hand and a puke bucket in the next other hand. He was really he was eating opium.
Yeah, there's a good video on YouTube still posted last time I checked, and it's about 20 minutes, and it's all the recollections of people that were there. Some were concert promoters and radio. And like one guy said, he said, man, look, I've been pretty effed up in my life. But he said, I ain't never seen anybody that messed up.
I believe that quote was also in the movie I saw, I believe. Because they said, and for Jim Morrison to be more effed up than normal, that really is to the extreme. So,
what room did Elvis die in?
He must have had some of that Asian blood. You know, some Asian folks can't drink at all. That's something to do with their DNA.
Yeah, I don't know. Jim Morrison had some kind of crazy gene in him because he was crazy from a young age. But yeah, a lot of crazy things happen at the warehouse. My father and my mother did go to a concert there.
Oh my goodness, you can't be that open. Oh my goodness, Virginia Tech. Why would you?
But I don't know who they went to see. But knowing my parents, they probably went to see like James Taylor or something, you know. But
they were a lot of diverse groups. They had the Ohio Players had the best. That was the night when they overran the Doors. They said there were 5,000 people in there, and it's supposed to seat about 2,200.
The Ohio Players.
The Ohio Players that they tore the mother effer down, but to use a euphemism.
Doors performed at the Whiskey A Go Go.
Yeah, but my parents did go there once, and my father was like, "Yeah, it was all right," but he doesn't ever tell you anything. It's like, "Well, who did you go see?" I don't know. You know, it's like. I would remember. Yeah, I mean, I remember every concert I ever went to. I mean, why would you forget that?
Bowie played there.
I remember when we were at his house watching that LSU game, and he was talking about how he would drink. Of course, Ron Sr. doesn't drink anymore.
No.
But he says, yeah, I used to drink, and I'd drink just to be along. I didn't really like it. But then he turns around and he says, but that one over there is my brother. I don't know what that meant, but that's what he said.
He said he didn't like the taste of alcohol. He just drank it for the effects. So I said, well, and then I remember he was saying that one day, and my grandmother, his mother, was saying, don't say that. Don't say that. And he said, well, that's the truth. But anyway, William, you said who played there?
David Bowie.
Oh, yeah, and Kiss.
Frampton.
Yep.
The weekend that the Grateful Dead got busted, on that Sunday, they played a benefit concert to raise money for them. And they said that Peter Green and Jerry Garcia had a guitar duel. They were going back and forth, you know, and it seemed they could outdo each other. And they said that was a really good, you know.
It's a shame that was never recorded because that would have been a classic.
That would. Eventually, I think Garcia sort of conceded. He went like this. It's like, and that's what ended it. But the two great guys, you know, to be dueling like that.
Yeah.
They said that place smelled like sweat, pot, and stale beer.
Yeah. Like any bar.
My uncle used to go there all the time. He used to go there all the time.
Your uncle used to go to the warehouse?
Yeah, and then he brought Greg Allman to the house. Him and Greg used to go shoot pool all the time.
Wow.
I Eat a Peach album, one of the best. Oh.
Which one? Well, which song by Greg Allman had Melissa or Jessica on it?
Eat a Peach.
Okay. Sweet Melissa. I love that song.
thanks for Eric. Thanks to Eric for joining. He had to leave. He does leave abruptly often. And thanks for Beverage Ramble and down in a whole Louisiana Liquor Reviews. I'm thanking myself. Thank you, William Kepley in North Carolina and Claude in Colorado this week for joining.
Millions of fans out there.
Thank you, Hector, for trying to join. But yeah, you got to get a laptop or a desktop because that phone ain't going to work. It just ain't going to work.
Or
All right.
Something like that. So.
All right. Last
Actually,
comment.
you can go to Best Buy. They always have used stuff to pick up. That's what I've been telecasting on. For years.
Dave, it's considered refurbished.
Right.
Yeah.
The R word, refurbished.
Yeah, but it might. It might work.
Yeah, it probably work. Yes, and you don't have to spend a lot of money.
Right.
You should be able to get some kind of a refurbed device for about $300 easy.
Or
And it
less.
should have the phone in it to do things with.
Yeah, but trying to fiddle around with the phone and saying, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me?" That's just not gonna work. All right, we all take care. Thanks everybody, and now I'm going to
everybody. Be safe. Enjoy all the football, baseball. Final weekend of baseball season. Enjoy. Bye, North America.
And I follow the White Sox. Oh boy.